This mission is a follow-on to mission M01 Cold Start. It resumes at the point we left, with our Mirage F1, as it was just after finishing the cold start, set on the ramp of H3 airbase at Iraq. On this mission, we will learn how to taxi to the runway, take off, and climb the Mirage F1 CE, following the procedures of the real aircraft, adapted for DCS. The mission includes the following sections: pre-taxi checks, taxi, takeoff, climb. This training series is set on the Syria map, and the approximate mission time is 15 minutes. The mission will end once you reach 15,000 feet. You can adjust the sound volume produced by the background air traffic by moving the in-cockpit sound slider on the DCS options audio screen, which you can access by pressing the escape key. This instructor's volume level can be adjusted with the helmet sound slider. Also, you can press spacebar to skip long voiceovers. The aircraft has just been started and all the after-start checks are already performed. The real aircraft's procedure still has some more checks prior to taxi. Please select. Press backspace to omit all non-essential pre-taxi checks. Press spacebar to perform the full procedure. Air brakes. Extend and lock using the throttle air brake switch. Monitor with the AF light at the instruments panel. Flap lever, full aft. Extend the flaps while monitoring them on the configuration indicator. Good, the flaps are now full down. At this point, the ground crew would inspect the extension of air brake and flaps. Simulate with the F2 external view. Afterwards, return to cockpit view with F1. Retract the air brakes using the air brake switch on the throttle. Good, the air brakes are now fully retracted. Failure warnings panel. All lights should be out. Canopy. Confirm it is closed and locked. The pressurization seal should be inflated. We will now contact air traffic control to ask for taxi clearance. The green radio is already on, set to the preset frequency of ATC, and the green knob is pushed in on the audio panel to select its radio for transmitting. Press the / key to bring up the DCS communications menu. Good, now select F1, request taxi to runway. Press spacebar once ATC has granted clearance. If there is other traffic on taxi, ATC may take a while to respond. If it doesn't respond after a short while, request taxi again.
Uzi 1-1, request taxi to runway.
Take note of the runway that ATC has assigned to our flight. It should be runway 29. Slaved and standby altimeters. Confirm their pressure is set. It should be 1013 millibars, equivalent to 29.91 inches of mercury. Taxi light. Turn the taxi light on by placing the highlighted switch on its middle position. The canopy may be partially opened for taxi, but it must be placed on this position with the aircraft stopped. The PCAB warning light is lit whenever the canopy is not fully closed. Check that there is no other taxi traffic nearby. If necessary, wait a bit for other traffic to pass. Release parking brake. Confirm frame light is out. Advance the throttle to 6000 RPM to start the aircraft rolling. Avoid setting power between 55 to 6000 RPM during taxi to avoid alternator gear changes. Now apply wheel brakes to stop the aircraft. Good. At this point, on the real aircraft, the ground crew checks the undercarriage pitch damper. The aircraft is steered with rudder pedals only, do not assist with toe brakes. Steer gradually. Attempting to turn suddenly can result in you dragging the front wheel instead of turning. Resume the taxi. Turn left to head towards the taxiway. Proceed straight towards the taxiway. On the upcoming intersection, turn left towards the runway 29 start. Good. Proceed straight over this taxiway. Try to align with the yellow line. Do not exceed 20 knots while taxiing in a straight line. On the upcoming intersection, turn right towards the start of runway 29. You are approaching runway 29, turn right to enter it. You are now at the start of the runway, align on its center line and bring the aircraft to a full stop. We will now contact ATC to ask for takeoff permission. Press the / key to bring up the DCS communications menu. Good. Now select F1
Uzi,
request takeoff.
Request taxi
Press
to runway.
spacebar once ATC has granted permission.
Uzi 11, clear to taxi to runway 29. Uzi 11, request takeoff. Uzi 11, you are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QFE 27.34.
Radar set to transmit, switch forward. Pitot heat switch. Check it's on, the ANEMO light should be out. Failure warnings panel. All lights should be out. Canopy should be closed and locked, the P-cab light is out. Fuel transfer indicator lights. All its lights should be out. Jettison buttons, unguarded. Normally, this is done only if carrying stores, so that they can be quickly dropped in case of emergency, but we will do it today just for practice. Uncover the landing gear handle safety lock, for a quicker retraction once in the air, but be careful of not touching the landing gear lever until then. Emergency regulation light. Check it out, to be sure that the normal engine regulator is active. Takeoff light. Turn the light to its takeoff setting, by placing the highlighted switch on its forward position. Slats and flaps. Confirm they are set to full flaps. Headings, checked. Confirm that all headings match. Hold wheel brakes and then move the throttle into minimum afterburner. When the afterburner is ignited, check RPM and JPT. Release the brakes. After rolling a few yards, select full afterburner. Keep the aircraft on the center line, avoiding excessive action on the rudder pedals. Rotate at 120 knots, establish a take. The nose wheel steering high sensitivity button pops out automatically. Airborne. Retract the landing gear. Retract the flaps at 200 knots, while increasing the pitch attitude. The limit light will illuminate if you exceed 225 knots with the gear. Turn the landing light off, by placing its switch on its aft position, with 2 left clicks. At 300 knots, afterburner off. Set the throttle to maximum military thrust. Check oxygen is at normal. Replace the guard covers of the jettison buttons. You are climbing too slowly. Reduce pitch and check throttle at maximum military power. You have reached an altitude of 15,000 feet. Congratulations, this completes this training mission. Perhaps some other time you repeat the mission, but including all checks. Press spacebar to exit.